coffee stain. Clean mind, sharp eyes in the moonlight train. Order stacked like cards in the deck. I wait my turn, I don't blink yet. One clean setup, that's the code I live. Half asleep, but I got more to give. Hear that tick, hear that pulse. Feel that pull in my bones. I came this far for the long game. I won't leave it alone. London calling, London calling. I'm up for the open. London calling, London calling. I want that moment. Trade clean, trade smart. London calling, London calling. I came to earn it. Dark outside, but my plan stays lit. No lucky break, got size up grit. Read that candle, read that spread. Take the compact, keep my head. I lost before, I learned that sting. Now I cut my fear on a tighter string. Every dawn is a test I choose. If I want the crown, I pay my dues. Hear that tick, hear that pulse. Feel that pull in my bones. I came this far for the long game. I won't leave it alone. London calling, London calling. I'm up for the open. London calling, London calling. I want that moment. Trade clean, trade smart. London calling, London calling. I came to earn it. Let the night press in. Let the doubt get loud. I stayed on my feet. I stayed unbowed. One more shot at the life I chose. One more step when the market waits. London calling, London calling. I'm up for the open. London calling, London calling. I want that moment. Trade clean, trade smart. London calling, London calling. I came to earn it. I'm away from the porch, dust on my Chevy tail. One suitcase, one good shirt, and a pocket full of mail. I learned to read the weather by the bend in the corn. Then I traded that river road for a train in a dome. Taller buildings, harder rise, cold cash, cold skies. I held my breath, I held my ground. Then I heard that city sound. Boots in New York, heart still small town. I bet on my name and I never back down. From dirt roads to gold floors, I found my way. Boots in New York, I'm still that boy today. Now I'm calling numbers fast while the ticker runs red. Learn the game by the minute with a pad and a thread. From soybean fields to big deals, I can read a room. Every rise, every fall feels like thunder in June. Taller buildings, harder rise, cold cash, cold skies. I held my breath, I held my ground. Then I heard that city sound. Boots in New York, heart still small town. I bet on my name and I signs still say don't forget, where the fields meet the sunset and the nights get wet. So I keep one foot in the past, one on the floor. Every win I bring back is for the folks I'm for. Boots in New York, heart still small town. I bet on my name and I never back down. From dirt roads to gold floors, I found my way. Boots in New York, I'm still that boy today. Yeah, I'm still that boy today. From the dirt road to the trade. Boots in New York. Hey.
Good morning, good morning, good morning, everybody. Welcome to London Open Monday morning. How's everybody doing? Sound check, mic check, vibe check. Everything looks good to everybody. Give me a thumbs up. Give me a +1 if everything looks good. If you guys hear me okay. I have a whole bunch of collateral I made for you over the weekend to make everybody's life a lot easier. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Peter, tomorrow, I promise you, this is the one thing I did not get a chance to do, was to do the MT5 tools, but I'm going to try and do them today. So tomorrow I'm going to have all of that stuff for you deliverable. Today, I worked on, this weekend I worked on getting all the rule sets ready for everybody so that you guys have all the cards for the various scalp rules that we're doing. Today we're trading for our friends at Funded Next, code PTEdge. I think it's PTH, not Edge. So I'll correct that on the card here, but you can see that up above, up to 40%. Really great, great firm, and we're trading their account right now, which is nice and positive. And I'm going to show you exactly the rule set that we're using. Good morning, Carolina. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, Jazz. Anybody who's new in the room here today, come say hello to me. Raise your hand because I'm those collateral just for you guys. All the various trades that we're doing. I did a huge amount of data analysis with Claude on the sets just to give you, this is really sort of like the absolute best versions of the various scalps that we're doing. One of the most interesting things that came out of this whole thing was how important ATR is in terms of both stops and targets, but also finding the right regimes to trade. And we'll talk a lot about that today. So we're gonna do like a shortened version of London today. We're gonna do 6 to 8 in London, then take a little bit of break, and then Kay is gonna come on at 8:45 to run you through the whole week, and then after that we'll trade New York a little bit as well. So I think that's gonna be the kind of the new schedule on Mondays where we do London truncated. And of course we're gonna go to a full session tomorrow. Good morning, good morning. Hello, everybody. Hello. So right now, I'm showing you just one out of the 3 types of scalp setups that we're doing off of our proprietary indicator BK dots. By the way, this is like I think the last couple of days of our massive lifetime tool set. Let me just actually find the hang on a second. I want to find. Oh man. Of course, I don't have the link. Let me find the link. Just bear with me a sec here. I want to give everybody the link. So in case a huge amount of people upgraded or took the offer. Let me get, oh man, where's this offer? I can't find it. Okay, I'm gonna have to look at it right here. Just one more sec here, guys. I want to find the link so then we can talk about it, and then we can talk about all the various setups that we have here. Jesus Christ. Bear with me a sec here, guys. All right, here's the final. No, wrong one. Sorry. This is it. Okay, if you're interested in this product, so the last couple of days, literally, that you can get lifetime access to it, and then after that, it's always going to be on a pay-per-view basis. So if you want my tool, this is your last chance to upgrade. I'm putting the link up there. I'm putting that into the thing. So Okay, let's go through the basic 3 types of trades that we do in scalping all day, every day. And by the way, these trades generally come up every 5, 10, 15 minutes for us. So we have lots and lots of opportunities to trade. The first is the triangle trade. In this particular case, there's 2 types of triangle trades. There's a triangle trade fade and the regular triangle trade. Let me actually put the sorry. Let me put the rule set for triangle fade, and then I'll show you the reversal one. Okay, this one. I made these beautiful little cards. By the way, if you guys want literally the whole PDF, if you want the PDF of all these cards and rules, free. I made it for you free. Let me give you the link. It's BK Trader Tools. BK, let me just spell it correctly. Trader Tools. And somebody go out there and confirm to me that you're able to get it. I'm putting the link up here in the thing. I wonder if that's going to work. Let me see. I'm going to try it off my thing. Is it working? I think I have to give you the full link. Hang on. Let me just give you the full link. Bear with me. Because I made Tools. Okay, it's a BK Trader Tools Scalp, where you can download all of this. Here we go. Here's the full link. Sorry, and I'm actually I'm gonna pin this link. Right? Yes. Somebody go out there and tell me that you're able to hit that tool. So all of the rules are in a PDF exactly like this, step-by-step instructions for everything. But right now, I'm just going to deconstruct each particular trade as it comes in. So the first trade that we have is something called the triangle trade, which is kind of the beginning of a reversal trade that can turn into a massive trend trade if you kind of let it run. But I'm just going to simply show you the scalp conditions where we're trading with a 1-to-2 risk-reward ratio and about a 75 to 77% hit rate, as long as we follow the conditions that it works. So the idea is this. Here's the, in this particular case, this actually fails this morning. You have a green triangle. If the next candle closes bigger than the green triangle, you go long. If it closes lower, you go short. Basically, the next triangle is your directional clue. In this case, it actually faked you out. It gave you a long signal and it just stopped you out. Which, by the way, in that particular case, it's a very, very small stop. The stop is always underneath the low of the candle on a green one and a high of the candle the other one. And if it reverses, you could easily go the other way because a fake out usually means that there's generally opposite rule, opposite trade that goes the other way. So the triangle trade is basically, it's in the direction of the move if it confirms the close, and it's in the opposite direction if it's a fade trade. Same rules, as you can see, longs, shorts, all of the things that are interesting. What's very, very interesting is that it works really, really best in low volatility environments and relatively strong volatility environments, but horrible. And this is a key thing. Anytime you have a trade that is as large as 3 ATRs, in other words, from the triangle to the 2-year confirmation candle, is like a massive move, huge risk, huge waste of time. Those are the trades that really don't work. So what we're basically looking for is either small volatility with a half 0.5 risk, or a medium volatility with a 0.5 risk. And then, you can almost gauge that from the ATRs, right? Now, the other trade that's setting up right now is called the lightning bolt trade. I want to show that to you right now too. Where is this? Sorry, let me just find it. Just 1 second. I want to give you the right. Oh, here it is. Here it is. Here it is. Lightning bolt trade is a fade trade, meaning that you're always fading momentum. A triangle trade is always a momentum trade. You're always going in a direction of where the candle takes you. Lightning bolt trade basically operates on the idea of like you have a big breakout and it's almost always going to be a fake out. 75% of the time it's going to be fake out. But here's the really critical thing. It only works super well. Like it works at break-even levels around here, but it works super well if ATR is 16 or higher. ATR is very low right now. It's around 10.3. So fading these moves, and the way you fade it obviously is here's the triangle, here's the high. You get if the next candle doesn't break the high, you go short, and the stop with a stop the length of this whole candle. So be short with a stop of this length in the whole candle, and then looking for about half risk the other way. However, in a low volatility environment, it can be a slow creeper. It works really best when you have a big breakout and it doesn't have any continuity. And then the lightning bolt trade fails miserably and you have a great reversal trade. So all of these things, you got the cards? Jazz, good job. Okay, thank you. It works. Okay, wonderful. All right, great. I'm glad that link. So everybody who's new and you want to really see the step-by-step instructions as well as the exceptions and all the other stuff, go ahead, please download that. It's a nice little PDF. It will help you guide you through it, or you can just simply hold it on your computer while I'm trading it on mine. So hopefully this is going to be very useful for everybody. And I think it's easy. I mean, I have like the worst typing skills in the world and also the worst design skills. So I thought this was a much easier, better way to codify the rules, right? Let me know if you guys give me a thumbs up if you like it, or if you have any questions, or if you have any comments, you want to do something different, then let me know. We can always improve them. But in this very low volatility environment, I don't want to take this this trade. I may, if ATR goes up like 14, at that point I may do a lightning bolt trade. But one of the interesting things that came up is that this was essentially kind of a break-even trade at low ATRs and only a good trade at higher ATRs. Whereas the triangle trade was actually a great trade at low ATRs, a decent trade at medium ATRs, but a very dangerous trade at 3 ATRs or more. So really interesting insights from all of the trades. We did a lot of data analysis, both in sample and out of sample over the weekend, over 1,000 trades. So I feel pretty good. It's definitely, I think, confirming. Most interesting thing, by the way, about this is that it's really robust. Like it held up through very different market regimes, and it basically shows you that the net takeaway from the whole thing was that it's very good at telling you where the next 2 to 3 minutes are going to be, as long as you follow the filters, right? As long as you follow the filters, it's really very good at telling you where the next 2 or 3 minutes are going to be, which is what we're looking to do. It wasn't as good on longer term time, like in other words, if you were looking for much larger trades, but if you went on larger time frames, which is something I haven't done yet, but I'm definitely going to test, then it's probably going to be very good. So like, just as it is good for the next 2 to 3 minutes, if you're doing like hourly candles, it may be very good for the next 2 to 3 hours as well. So its forecasting capabilities were very robust when we tested them. So that made me feel very good. As far as markets go, we are, relatively well bid. Surprised we took out to 2,900. I'm actually, honestly, I'm trying to understand why the market is right. You would think that the market would be down because hostilities are back on the plate in Iran. But ironically enough, the market rallies on hostilities and sells off on stalemate. Maybe because the feeling here is that Trump is finally serious about prosecuting the war, which means that they're going to finish this up, appropriate Iranian oil assets, and drive the price of oil below $80 a barrel, which would be very, very positive for the economy. I mean, like, depending how deep you want to go, like the whole Iran war, energy trade, AI trade are literally completely interconnected, because AI trade is basically the energy trade. You need huge amounts of energy to generate the computing power to run AI. You need AI to essentially completely modernize the economy, and you need cheap oil, which is where the whole Iran war is really coming down on. So, upprint, is that the one under the candle? Always a red pillbox? No, it's a green one. It's a green one. It shows on the thing. Like, it'll show you. It's on the logos, right? Well, right now we're looking at the lightning bolt trade, so I'm not looking at this, but I'll go back and I'll take a look at the once we get a triangle trade setting up. I'll put up the triangle trade card, and then we'll go through it, Ali. Okay. We had a big rally at 6 o'clock, and now we're just sort of really, really quieted down and died out. And even in this low volatility, we could, these short trades really work, and we may take them just for me to demo. Like right now, for example, this is definitely not a trade, because here's two things that happen. We have a lightning bolt, and the next candle after that broke the range. So that's definitely not a fadeable trade. You could even say maybe it's a directional trade if you want. But I don't like. There's not much edge in trading lightning bolt directionally, because you already have a breakout, and then you're basically betting on the continuation of the breakout, which is a low probability event. Most breakouts fail, and most breakouts at higher volatilities fail consistently. So that's really the trade there, as long as you get the confirm. I prefer to trade the triangles, which is the early trend reversal, and those are really, really high probability once you catch them. Just that we really died out, man. We had all these nice signals early, and now we're just sort of very quiet for the next 10-15 minutes. Good morning, everybody. Who's sad this morning? Who's happy this morning? I am sad. I'll be the first one to admit it. They came. I can't believe, there was this chance, like around 105 minute, where I forgot the substitute that came in for Argentina. I forgot his name. Had the goal to himself, and he missed the goal. Just broke my heart. That would have been a tie, and if they went to penalty kicks, Argentina probably would have won. But congratulations to Spain. They won ugly, but they won. Now everybody's going to have like World Cup withdrawal for the next couple of weeks, because it was a really, really fun tournament, and it was so great to have so many tourists here enjoying the World Cup. I think everybody agreed it was a really successful thing. Do you guys know what my wife told me? What next World Cup they're going to do it in Spain, Portugal, Morocco, which is fine. Those are close. But then Paraguay? How crazy is that? They're doing like a cross-continental World Cup? That just seems really crazy. So lightning bolt to the downside, right? So just kind of like how this works. Remember, lightning bolt to the down. Oh, we're getting a candle trade. Okay, so let me pull up the candle, because you were asking me about the the candle trade. Ollie, all right, so let's just take, let's delete this. Let's put the candle trade, triangle trade on. Sorry, the triangle trade on, not the candle trade. Triangle trade on. And here we have a red triangle. And if it, the close on the red triangle is 54.50. If we close below that, right now we're at 54.75. But if we close, below that, I'm going to watch the, where are we at? We're higher. So if we close above this, above the close, we're going to go long. We're going to go long this trade. We're going to take the direction from the next candle up. It's either going to have continuity or it's going to have reversals. So it looks like it wants to have a little bit of a reversal. 18 seconds left. If this holds at these levels, we're going to go up. With the risk, it's basically a 10-point risk. Oh, looks like we came down. Looks like it's coming down. How much time do we have? Ooh, sold. Sell. Shit. I'm late.
Order filled.
Sorry, I'm a little late. So we're going to sell with the stop above here. I got a little bit of a bad execution here. And we're going to try and target this thing over here. So I'll move the rules. You can see from the rules, basically, the idea is you got a direction, you sell short with a stop against here. If it takes out the stop, it takes out the stop. But generally, we want to try to hit this, 3 out of 4 times. It's moving the other way. Now, if it fakes me out, it stops me out. I have zero problem reversing this. There's zero problem reversing this the other way.
Order filled.
With now the stop underneath all the lows over here. Because usually the momentum, that means the momentum is going to go the other way. So if we get clipped on this side, we'll go the other way. So that becomes, instead of a triangle trade, it becomes a triangle fade trade. $67. Ah, that was so close. It came to 66 and totally reversed on me. So we're just basically in chop conditions right now. That's too bad. That's too bad. It was so close. I was thinking of taking the trade up, but it just reversed on us too fast. And that happens, like we're just basically Monday morning chop. Chop is always the most difficult part, but it will result. Like you may have a couple of bad trades in chop, but then eventually it's going to take direction, and when it does,
stop fill.
We'll be happy to take it. So all right, we get clipped a little bit. We'll come back and trade it again. Just a little paper cut on this thing. Now ATR is picking up at 12. So back to my this is still not big enough volatility to really want to trade this. But if this candle kind of holds, doesn't break the lows, I'm going to go long. This is going to be the lightning bolt trade that I'm just going to improvise a little bit at lower ATRs. You really wanted to see it around 14, 15 on ATRs. This is low ATRs, but I think if this thing holds right now, I'm perfectly okay holding this. This whole candle, late to this candle, is 67 to 45. It's about a 20-point candle. So we're going to do a 20-point range here. 14, 15. It's definitely not breaking the box. If it's not going to break the box, I'm going to try and get into this trade.
Order filled.
All right, I'm in the trade. Did not break the box, and we're going to see if we can manage this to the upside. And come on. Come on. Every trade I'm missing by a tick today. It's like really matter. Like at this point, it's 5 point. It's so much noise, very little direction that it's almost hard to capture the move here. So annoying. So this is the long. Down prints, next candle holds, stop is 1 times the candle, which is about 20, and target is about half risk. So that's what we're trying to do here. Tradingview is working for me today. Yes, I'm trading on fund in next Tradingview, and it seems to be working fine. Oh, pick up. You know what? I'm getting out of this trade. It's been one of the things that I always do is that if remember, this trade predicts it really well for the next 3 minutes. If it hasn't done in 3 minutes, this is exactly why I get out. Took a small profit, even if this goes to target, which it pretty much does right now. I don't care. I really need the trade to happen in 3 minutes. After that, it becomes just a risk. This, unfortunately, had I waited just a little bit longer, it would have fully resolved, but I took half profit. You have Apex Tradingview not working. Talk to Trader Apex. I'm working. This is working fine for me. But you see, yeah, I mean, you see how much volatility there is here. Boom, boom. You got to put a time stop on the whole thing. And I usually put, like I said, it works great in the 2 to 3 minutes. That's the idea. Within 2 or 3 minutes, it should bounce back up. If it didn't, fine. We'll take a little bit of a profit, move on to the next one. Pretty quiet markets right now. Not much going on. Oh, another. So this is lightning bolt up, right? Lightning bolt up. That could be a short. If the ATR is really low. None of these trades are really high probability trades, but we have no setups today, so I'm as well show you the mechanics of each setup. But obviously, when you want to trade, large. I'm trading small, but if you want to trade large, Very, very important. This is the key thing. ATR needs to be bigger than 16 to really give you a high edge on the trade. So, but let's see. Lightning bolt. Is this gonna? If this breaks the high, great. If it doesn't, we're gonna go short this trade. Those of you guys want all the rule sets, I put the link up there. Absolutely free access to all of these cards, really like printed nicely in a PDF. It's BK Trader Tools /scalp. I put that on the pin so you guys can get them. Doesn't look like it's gonna work. I'm gonna sell this.
Order filled.
And I'm gonna sell it against this. Over here. Let's see if it's gonna fade on me a little bit. The other thing I like to do, and we'll see how this plays out. Remember, I really liked what I was doing was adding to winners, which means if the trade starts going my way, like if this candle closes underneath my entry, I'll add to the position. Does this work on gold? Yeah, this works on all instruments across all times. It's a purely fractal setup. All right, I'm going to sell this more.
Order filled.
Let's see if I can get some more movement. See, look at that. Double the trouble. Come to daddy. Come to that. Come on. Hit me already. Ugh. Today is truly a day where it tortures me to death. No. I'll give it one more candle. It's not, if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. I'm going to take myself out. That sucks. Great. Come on, get in there. Good morning. Very quiet grinding session in London. Zero, like it's just every candle is super like half ATR at this point. Like it's not even moving 10 points in our direction. So we're just grinding our teeth trying to scalp whatever we can. Fine, just see if we can get some movement here. So this is lightning bolt trade, really out of sample, meaning that I shouldn't be trading. I'm really trading it just for show, and it's actually showing. You see how like it completely went against me on this trade because the ATR needs to be around 16 for this trade to work very well. It just barely nicked down down here, and then finally broke out. Now I'm just going to close this out. Now
Order filled.
now working on the upside. Sorry, I'm looking for my triangle trades, but there's few and far between this morning. They usually show up every 5-10 minutes, but they've been really quiet. So we'll see. This hour has been a push, and we'll see what we can do in the next hour. Generally, what I was going to say is, when I was in the red zone, the one thing you sort of want to contextually trade is the bigger trend. Right now, the trend was up continuously. We're above VWAP, right? Where's VWAP? Oh my God, it's right there. You probably want to take the longs more than you want to take the shorts. The only time you really want to take the shorts is if you get a strong triangle trade. So like all these breakout trades, the better trade would have been to fade the red move. I did like being long this trade, but then it just simply held so long here. I took half profit on this one. There's no detailed video about a tutorial indicator yet. I mean, sorry, there is, but it's it's for members only. So like if you want to buy the indicator and become a lifetime member, there's a long explanatory video that I made for everybody in the course. Okay, here we go. We got a triangle trade, which is the triangle here. You got 28 seconds. If the close on the triangle is 75, if this thing closes higher than 75, we're going to go long. If it closes below 75, we're going to go short on this trade. It's actually literally right at 75. Just so it's like
Order filled.
right. I went short this against here with a stop over here. Let's see if this is going to give us any direction. Finally getting some direction. So this is the triangle directional trade, right? Just a pure triangle trade. The rules for this thing are very simple. Let me go through them with you again. On the short side, you have a short triangle that prints. If the next candle closes less than this one, it kind of was. You should get short with, and the stop is at the high of the triangle. In this case, I made it the high of the cycle, with a target about half. In this case, it was such a small move. You basically moved 75 to 70. The target. This is a 5-point stop, but I wasn't going to make it into a 3-point target, so I made it into a 5-point target with about a 5-point stop. But this trade is, as long as you're trading in low volatility environment or moderate volatility environment, is money. It really does show up. Like the break even on these trades is 66%, and it usually ran around 71, 72. And if you really focus, you can get it as high as 75% on the move. This is really the bread and butter trade. The lightning bolt trade is something that I want to do only, actually, where that comes in is New York session, when the volatility really expands and you get to 16, 17 ATRs. That's when fading the breakouts really becomes productive. But right now it's much more productive just to trade the triangles. So I like trading the triangles right now. All right, almost coming up on the first hour, getting a little bit better price action, a little bit better execution on these things. Market ran to 2,900 in early London. Here we go. Really peaked out actually, like right here, and then came back off, and maybe making a secondary run. Maybe making a secondary run here. We'll have to see. I'll tell you one trade that's kind of like an off the menu trade that I would definitely consider. This is a 275. That's where the triangle closed. If we have a candle that closes above 275, I want to go long. I want to trade this to the to the upside. And in fact, you know what we can do, so we don't get ourselves distracted. We can get rid of the we can just get rid of the lightning bolt trade until ATR starts to print 16 or higher. That's probably a better thing. So here we have a green triangle. That's actually I think that's the best way to do it. I think I'm gonna this way I don't distract your attention or I don't bring in the other trade until it's worthy of consideration. And we don't do lots of stupid trades. So in this particular case, we have a green triangle long. If the next candle prints above the close, we're going to go long. If it doesn't, if it can't hold the close, we're going to go short on the assumption that it's making a lower double top is just basically unable to generate any momentum here. London high over here, Tokyo high over here. They're all kind of bunched up, but we're obviously at the upper end of the quadrant here. But the question is, are we getting exhausted or are we going to make a secondary run? So the close over here is 74. I'm trading 74s. If this closes below 74, we're going to short this. So far, it's below. 30 seconds left on the candle. Now it goes above, capturing the bid. 1678, 77.
Order filled.
All right, I'm in the trade. Stop is going to be underneath here, and target will be like right around here. I'm going to go get coffee. I'm going to let you guys watch this trade. You guys will see how it plays out. Okay, I'll be right back. All right, guys, I'm back. I still see we're kind of crawling in this trade. Trade not working to the upside. Nothing is, everything is very, very quiet today. It's just a choppy day. This is why trading very, very small today to get the vibe. Markets are upward biased, but with a very hesitant build inside of them. So let's see how this plays out. We have a natural stop. Makes perfect sense here. But there's very little follow through. So far, none of the triangle trades. The triangle trades did work, but they're not working 1, 2, 3, like 3, 4 consecutive winners. It's like one winner, one loser, one winner, one loser. It's very sequential. What do you mean, V-Boy, what do you mean by trail? Does it have a trail stop? You can add a trail stop to it. I don't trade with the trail stop because, generally these trades resolve within 1 or 2 minutes. They're not positional trades, but you can turn them into positional trades, and then you absolutely do want to put a trail on them. Yes, that's fine. Wow, look how tight the price action is today. This looks like the last 5 minutes, literally a 3-point range. I mean, a 3-point range is what we do in 1 second on a New York day. $7 o'clock almost. Oh, I want to show this to you. At 7 o'clock, the market brief is going to come in. I'm going to show you what it delivers. Ooh, we popped. We finally popped. We were almost there. Man, how close did we come? The high was 84.25. Man, I missed it by a point. All right, let's see if this works. Nope. I missed the trade by a point. That was brutal. That's just the story of today. What's today? 7 o'clock, 7 o'clock vol. This is the 7 o'clock vol candle. Let's see if it's going to, come on, resolve me. And I will take it. We'll take it. We got the trading gods rescued us off the stop. But again, the reason why the setup works so well is it has a logical stop. Every one of these trades has a really intelligent, logical stop. We survived the stop by a couple of ticks, but that's the whole point. As long as you can survive the stop, the target hits, and we're good to go. We're back in business. So now we're like, I think, last two for 2 on the last 2 trades. That's really very, very slow. Usually we try to do like 10 trades an hour. I think we made about maybe 5 trades this hour. But better than nothing. This works. It's not so much, no, it's, you can't, the setup worked today. I mean, if you look at the setup right here, you can see that. Let me go to settings, trading. I'll show you. You can see that we made the short over here, we made the long over here. Those all of those trades worked perfectly fine, and we made the shorts over here that worked in a reversal. So it was like actually 3 out of 4 trades that we made. It's just been super slow. It's a incredibly tedious trade. Usually we have like 1 or 2 trades every 5-10 minutes. It's been very, very quiet. Perfect. Okay, so here's what I wanted to show you. So one of the tools that we created for you guys that Kathy absolutely loves, she's gonna show it to you again, is our AI dashboard, which I actually remade. Let me see if I can show. I'm going to show you the new version of it. I think I can show you the new version of it. Let's see if I can do this. Yeah, that tells you everything that's going on today. You know, oh, look at it. Risk was at 35 on Friday, so risk really has improved a little bit. That's good. Risk has really improved a little bit. It tells you what's going on in the news. Every single card tells you what's on the calendar, what's new and stuff like that. But what I really like is I really like the Telegram version, which just came into my Telegram box. I'm going to show you how that looks. So here's the summary today. It looks like a very quiet summary. Tech rout deepens, oil surges on Iran strikes, bonds resist rate cut hopes. Futures edge lower Monday as it carries over last week's chip-driven 10-year Treasury yield holds near recent highs. Brent crude surges to $90. That's not good. So see, I'm surprised. So I guess we must have sold off throughout the session, and then the London was the balance of 2,900. W climb above as fresh U.S. strikes on the restaurant. U.S. forces conducted new strikes. Blah blah blah. NVIDIA leads. That's it. Nothing much. There's nothing on the calendar. FX is very quiet. So today is super quiet day. Not much going on here. But it was interesting. I didn't realize gold had spiked to 90. That's not good. So if you were to look at the price action, let me just go on a 5-minute chart just to look at how the price 5-minute chart looks. Let me see. So this was the 5-minute chart. So we went up to almost 30,000, came back down to 28.7, right? And then London had this big rally. So we're basically back, to London session highs now at 2,900. Okay, so that makes sense. So it's not like we're having a big rally. We basically rallied off the lows. That's where we stand today. What happened to my card? Bring this over here. Oops. I know what. I'll just delete this. One time frame. Breaking London session highs. That's a interesting trade for us. ATR is still very low, just 10.7. So not much interest for us in lightning bolt trades. But I bet you by the time we come to New York, we're going to have some trades there. So we will be doing New York session from 8:45. Don't forget. We're going to give this one more hour. See if we can get any kind of triangle trade setups while it hangs in there. Let's see what's hitting on Twitter today. See, this is what's driving oil higher, is the fact that tanker traffic has kind of stalled. Nothing much. Nothing much really going on. Okay. Oh, do we have a triangle? We do. a triangle trade here. Let's see how it trades out. So this triangle closes 94. Let's see where this one closes. If this one closes higher, we're going to go long. If it closes lower, we're going to go short. We've got 41 seconds left on the trade here. This is the triangle trade. If we follow direction, and the fade trade is just simply the other way around, depending on where this candle looks like it wants to go higher. I was going to say I really like the long trade here because obviously it looks like the market is staging a low level rally here. I'm going to buy the bid.
Order filled.
Okay, we're in the trade. The stop is going to be right underneath here to the low, and then we're going to see if we can target the upside. There's very little conviction today, buyers or sellers, but a slow, steady bid since London opened. So hopefully this we're on the right side of the move here. Doing nothing.
Order filled.
And we got done. Now here's what's interesting. Now we have a second red triangle. We got done to the upside. This happens a lot. This triangle basically tells you that the lows got taken out. So they probed the lows and they brought it back up. Now, the next candle will tell us if there's going to be more continuity to the upside or not. Generally, as I said to you, I'm bullish the near term. Here, let me take, you know what? I'm just going to take this off for a second, guys. I'm bullish the near term only because we've had a very, very slow, steady rise from that 28.9 through 2900. We captured it and we held it. So conditionally, the prices should be trading higher than lower. However, this candle closed 7, and we're trading right now at 5 with 20 seconds left. We really need to close above 7 for this continuity trade to hold and go higher. I'm gonna watch this. 8, 9. All right, we're gonna buy it.
Order filled.
I'm back in business again. The trade here now is to be underneath here. And let's see, hopefully we're gonna get some hit again. Come on, 17, 18. I'm gonna just take this trade
Order
here.
filled.
All right, so this is like a fourth scalp in a row. See, we're finally picking up a little momentum. Fourth scalp in a row where we are winning, which is where we want to be. We want to, in a perfect, we want to be 4 out of 5, 5 out of 6 when we get a really good groove. The general setup should be around 3 out of 4. But here, let me show you the sequence. See, now it's finally starting to really take over. So let me show you the numbers. See, this is our sequence over the last 4. What is it? Since 6:50, about the last half an hour. Last half an hour really started to pick up the price action. So here we get long winner, long winner, long winner. Taking all the direction as possible, and that's where this setup excels. That's what all my data mining with Claude over the weekend kind of confirmed it. Setup is very good at telling you the next 2 to 3 minutes of direction. It's just that in a market like today where it's super slow, those 2 or 3 minutes are very languid. They're not really, usually we want to see very quick movements and we can get 10, 15 points out of it. But here we're lucky to get 7 or 8. It does. This is not if you're going to trade CFD Sanity, you need to trade on a 5-minute chart. And those of you who are trading CFDs, as I said, I will have the CFD version of this for MT5. Are you trading on MT5 Sanity? Because I'm only going to make it for MT5. But we trade those primarily. We're going to trade those primarily during Asia session. But you're going to have less trades, but more meaningful scalps because otherwise you can't overcome the spread. The spread is just too wide. Like if you want on a 5-minute chart, let me show you where the candles would be. See, there's only one candle at the 550 mark. There's just not that many on a 5-minute chart, but each one of them is much more durable as a signal, right? So maybe you do 1 trade an hour instead of 1 trade every 10 minutes because CFD is just not designed for scalping. They're more positional trades. Like this, for example, this was closed here, 52, closed here, 43. You get short, stop is over here, and it goes all the way down to 21. So it's 20 points worth of movement. And it caught that whole move, but that's a 5-minute chart versus a 1-minute chart, which is very different. It looks like I missed my short trade here in 1 minute. Well, sorry guys, I'm swallowing an apple here. I read somewhere, probably bullshit, but I read that apparently an apple in the morning is supposed to give you more energy than coffee. Of course, I'll believe anything, so I started to eat an apple. Yeah, absolutely. Prop trading is very much better for scalping and positional trading. See, the way you want to think about this is futures is scalping, CFDs are positional trading. That's the shortcut of how everybody trades or how everybody should trade. That's what each instrument is for. Written by a vegetarian. Is that true, Keith? I think an apple is it's a neutral. You could be a carnivore and eat an apple. I'm a carnivore, but yeah, it's funny. This would have been a 5th little scalp for us because we would have come in here, close here was 05, and the low was basically 5 points. That's it. That's all you could take. Yeah, I prefer coffee. I prefer coffee too. I'm drinking an espresso and an apple, so I figured I'm going to cover both grounds here on Monday morning. Anyways, like you see, we had a sequence now of 5 consecutive wins, of which we took 4 because I was yapping. But that's what it takes. You just have to be very patient, and the scalps will begin to show up. And then obviously, you don't need that many. You need a couple of hours worth of good quality scalps, and then you're done for the day. So it's not exactly a huge vote of confidence. We took out 2,900. I'm not just basically trolling, doing nothing. ATR is 10, very low volatility. But this short signal clearly working. Like you went here, the stop would be over here. You easily survived the stop, and it went all the way down to the O's. Sorry, I missed that last one, but I got the other 4. Who's new in the room here? I put up the link to all the rules of scalping that we did. We're only doing the triangle trade right now because it's a low volatility environment. And then in New York, we're going to try and do the momentum trade as well. But for now, we're just scalping the triangles. Yeah, this was our trades. This was me holding this. This was so boring that I went to go get a cup of coffee, came back, and I was still in the trade that we eventually got done. So this was 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, and then this one was 4 on the short side. That's it. And this could have been 5. It's actually 5 for half an hour is not so bad. You're new in the room, JavX? Then, you're an X, man. Come on over. Or actually, no, you can. Here, let me put this up for you. You know what? I'm gonna put this up on X. I guess I'm gonna put this up on X. Because you can't get the link if you're on here. Let me put this up on X. If you want the strategy cards, yeah, my scalp strategy cards, and it's just simply let me get this thing. It's traders.com scalp. Let's see. Okay. Yeah, so you can get the strategy cards in a PDF, and then you'll be able to get the basic rules of what we do. Yes, correct. Always on the candle close. Triangle. So triangle is signal. Second candle is confirmation, and next candle is the entry, is direction. It's 1, 2, 3. Always 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. We never try to anticipate. We always have the rule that if it doesn't close, it doesn't count. Yeah, we just drifted back down from 2,900. Not much direction. I think, guys, as I was actually talking about to somebody this weekend, I think we're in for the summer corrective stall. Like, it feels to me like I really think we're going to be 28, 27 in NASDAQ by August. because it's going to take a while for all of this to shake itself out. And then we'll see. Then I think Trump is really going to press the story hard because he needs a resolution by August for the election season. So then he's going to want to try and just, pump the Iranians up, get that thing done, and then get oil prices lower. I'm kind of thinking that's sort of the scenario. For the next 2 or 3 weeks, we're going to have to grind out these little moves because the markets are definitely concerned about the oil prices. All right, now this is interesting. I have a feeling this is going to be a failure, not a confirm, meaning that this green triangle closing down now at what is it, 97? The interesting part is what happens in the next triangle. If the next triangle closes lower, we're going to go short. So the close on this one, let me see, what was the close on this one? So we have it marked 97.50. I could be wrong. We have 30 seconds left on the clock. All right, I'm short because I think it's going to close short. Very, very small target. Let's see if we can get this done. Oh, come on, just miss me. We're literally trading 3 or 4 point targets. This is really, really tight markets. Come on, get me done, get me done, get me done. I'm just going to take it because I have zero. Yeah. So 5th trade in a row that we resolved, but you see, it's we are literally making lemonade out of lemons. It's a very, very tight range. ATR at 9.2 means we're trying to extract 4 or 5 points per scalp. Obviously, if the ATR was 18, 19, that'd be a much better situation. But was it Donald Rumsfeld said you fight with the army you have, not with the army you want. So we're going to trade with the market we have, not with the market that we want. What was the Rumsfeld saying? Oh man, now I have to go look this up. He was great for all those little cryptic little messages. Let's go to Gemini. What was the Rumsfeld quote by the army? You go to war with the army you have, not with the army you might want or wish to have at a later time. Right, that's it. Kind of like, I think you trade with the market you have, not the one you want to wish to have. Well, so far I got to tell you, the Apple has provided zero fucking energy for me right now. I'm still tired. Back to 5 espressos. Early Asia was great. I agree, Keith, man. I came in just, putzing around for like half an hour. Just boom, 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 banged on my accounts. Asia was so super. London just, was comatose. I blame it on Starmer. I blame everything that's bad in life on Keir Starmer. I think that's a fair assessment of life. Anything that's wrong with your life, it's Keir Starmer's fault. Who's from UK in the room here? We have any Brits in the room? No Brits. Bonfire, do you agree with me? Everything that's wrong in life we can blame on Keir Starmer, right? I think that's the new rule of life. Although he's resigning, he's tendering his resignation to the Queen today, and you get another soy boy labor leader to run you into the ground. You get the indicator by buying it, my friend. I put the link up just a while back. Let me see if I can get it for you again. We have like the last 3 days for the lifetime cycle sale, and then after that, it's going to be you're never going to be able to get it on lifetime basis. So here's a full landing page. It tells you everything that you can get in this deal. I put it in there. Yes, and the Tory government. You know what? I don't disagree with you, but I really like the lady. The what is her name? The lady who's the Tory leader. Like, if she was the leader when the Tories were really in power, probably things would be much better. Why is London so bad that we're trading? So that's a great question, Salmos. Those 300 points happened before we went on air. That's all. It's not like you're right. The problem is that like 95% of that 300-point gain happened in the 15 minutes between 5 and 6 o'clock in the morning. Now, Keith, we're not going back to. I'm talking about recent, okay? We're not going back to Duran days and Margaret Thatcher. No, yes, Margaret Thatcher could have been good. Yeah. Oh, we're getting a pop. We got a pop. Look at this. Okay, let's see what's going on here. New fresh high. Look at this nice big pop. We're taking like a 40-point move here. ATR is popping. Whoa, news? Do we have news? What is it, 7:30? Okay, let's see if we got news. Are we back to ceasefire? Let's see it. Okay, Europe market wrap. Starmer, that's Burnham. And any leader whose name is Andy Burnham is just not going to evoke a lot of confidence. Oh, here it is. Senior Iran source media just proposed a 10 days. That's what I thought. Strikes to find a ways to revive the U.S. interim deal. There we go. So Iranians are starting to crack a little bit. Interesting. Okay, that was the pop. It's almost predictable. I don't even have to look at the headline to know why the pop happened. But that's what's going on. Okay. Yep, China. We're always trading 6 a.m. New York, right? So London session always starts 6 a.m. On Mondays, we just do 6 a.m. to 8 a.m. But then, every other day. Oh, look at this. ATR is 15, guys. Okay, so now we can turn on our lightning bolt trades because now we're in business. So just to refresh everybody's memory, because we haven't done lightning bolt trade in about an hour. Here's the lightning bolt rules. Here we go. Oh my goodness. Sorry. I'm going to zoom in on this. So lightning bolt trade is a fade trade. We're always going to be fading. ATR got to be better than 16. We're right there. We're in the optimal conditions. So what we're looking for now is, okay, so this is all Iranian news. Let's see if this thing is going to exhaust itself as a pop. We have 3 consecutive lightning bolts in a row. What I'm looking for right now is once this lightning bolt prints, oh, look at this. It's already going away from me. I hate this. I would have been short here before. Okay, so here's the high. Here's the high. So the question is, next candle, is it going to break above this zone or not. If it doesn't break above the zone, we're going to try and short it. If it does, we're letting it go because we don't trade the momentum on this side, but it looks like it's momentum there. Yeah, nice. Let's see. It's early. It's still a few minutes. Yeah. I think, you know what? Am I going to cowboy this trade? I might. I'm going to try and. Oh, I can't get my cursor. Ah, damn it.
Order filled.
I wanted to be short this thing about 20 points ago. All right, let's see. This is an off the menu trade on this particular set. I really wanted to be short here. I was just too late, but it's good. We can now I can sell this here. Okay.
Order filled.
So that's a legit excuse me, legit trade here, and we'll see if this reversal does give us any chance to bring it back. Nope. Looks like we're gonna pop. Looks like we're gonna pop the move. Let's see.
Order filled.
Trying to zoom in on this because it's like getting so hard to see where we're at.
Order filled.
And we finally get done. So this wasn't, not a. Well, I would not call this a proper trade, but it wasn't theoretically, it wasn't a horrible trade. The idea was you had a huge burst of momentum. After that big burst, there's a natural mean reversion trade. It's just that I timed everything badly. I should have been selling over here. But now, by the way, here's where the triangle trades can really come in and help you, because the triangle trade is telling you this is the first pause in this big burst of movement. The next candle, the close on this triangle is 91. So where the next candle lands is going to give us the near-term direction. If they want to push it a little higher, maybe they're going to take the candle higher. Either way, the candle top is going to be our natural stop to the upside, and candle bottom will be to the downside. So it's a very small risk. Either way you want to take it. And looks like it's coming down. 21 seconds left. Looks like this closed at 91, and we're trading. We're trading pretty much right then and there. We got 10 seconds left. We're trading actually 92. If this thing goes higher, 92, 93. Yeah, we're gonna go long.
Order filled.
We're gonna go long with a stop underneath this candle and try and see if we can get the move out to the upside. Come on. Come on, come on, come on. There we go. And this is like the 7th consecutive trade that we resolved positively. Although this trade really shouldn't count. This is just me fucking around and getting lucky. But this was a clean, clear triangle trade, like zero footnotes. And just to, another good example, as I said, the triangles really predict in 2-3 minutes pretty well with a 75% accuracy if you're in the right ATR range. So that's what you trade if you want to be serious. Anybody take that trade with me to the upside? So after a little bit of a herky-jerky start, from around, what time? Around 6, I guess around, for the last hour, we've had nothing but winners, which is good. If you guys want the rules, the lightning bolt trade or the triangle trade, as I said, the link is up there, BK Trader Tools /scalp. And you have the tools. So you want me to put the link in there for you guys? I think I need to QR code this thing. That'll be much easier. Now, the other thing I was going to say is if you really want to get active, like this is not a trade, but it can easily be a trade. We resolved the trade to the upside, then it couldn't hold, right? It just couldn't hold the highs. And what happened is this closed 91, this one closed 87. The next move here was down to 74. You could have had a really nice clean scalp to the downside. You short hoping for a big reversal? I wouldn't bet on it right now. I think we're gonna squeeze higher, guys. Oh, here comes another lightning bolt trade. We're above 16, so let's see if this produces another shot for us. Not quite. Oh, here we go. Lightning bolt. Let's see if this candle clears. If it clears, no trade. $22 seconds left. So far, we're inside the box.
Order filled.
All right, we're short. I'm going to hold it against this. Can I help this candle? 107.87. That's a 30-point candle. Look at it. It's a big candle. Let's see if we can resolve it over here. There we go. And that is trade, what is that, number 9? I lost count. That was actually legit. So I'm counting this. So that's actually 9. Yeah, I think it's 9. It's like 9 in a row. And that's like, if you're trading like I am, let's say 10 funded accounts, you allocate each trade per each account. That's the way I trade. So that if you have a bad trade, it only only one account gets a bad trade. I don't copy trade. I sequentially trade because that's a much healthier way to hold risk. And if you were just simply trading this, at a reasonable size, then you just populate all your accounts with P&L, and then you can do another cycle. And hopefully, if that works out, then you're in great shape. Now you're like running 10 accounts, all of them running forward. But in this particular case, we're trading for our funded next friends. It's just one account, and that's just like the 8th, 9th consecutive winning trade for that account. Could have had more, and we just unwound that whole big box. But you see how the interplay of volatility, structure, and everything else really plays in. I mean, Claude is great at it. It tells you that the lightning bolt trade has an ATR 16. We're at 16. That trade worked like a charm. Thank you, Coach. Thank you, Coach. Yeah, it's all I think pretty clean. All right, we're gonna see if we can do one more trade before we take a little pause, and then I'm gonna come join you guys in the New York Open. Oh man. Textbook, yes. Thank you, Jazz. That was a textbook trade. Did your short work out? Were you able to withstand the heat, or did you get out of the kitchen? Who said that? Harry Truman said that, right? Can't stand the heat, get out of the kitchen. Nice. Good job. Good job. Okay, last offer to anybody. The BK trading cards are free. BK Trader Tools /scalp. And it has the lightning bolt trade, the triangle trade, and the triangle fade trade, all the rules for it. And obviously, if you want the indicator, just hit up the Profit Tools Max AI, the full package, and you'll get the indicator. All right. Anybody see the Odyssey this weekend? Nobody? I'd love to know how it was. It's got so much pre-publicity. Was it good, Keith? Was it like, it seems like a lot of people really like it, but I'm still suspicious. It was long, yeah. That's not a good sign. If you felt the length, that means you weren't involved in the movie. Did you binge watch this weekend that I absolutely loved? Let me just find the link for it. Hang on. Your Friends and Neighbors. Okay, let me get you the link. That is a funny show. Holy shit. That is a crazy show. Oops. Why can't I get the link? All right, let's do it this way. This is the show. Anybody see that? Anybody watch that show? It's really funny. No signals yet. Very accurate to the book. Well, the book was long. The book was tedious. I find Homer really tedious. I'm like much more prefer Plato to Homer. I could never get into. Yeah, it's really good. He's hilarious. He's a really good actor, actually. I think he's really underrated as an actor. So back to the news unwind. Most of the news always gets unwound. The cool thing is our tool finds you the areas where you have the highest probability of entry, right? That's the whole point. It's not that, people don't know that a lot of stuff gets unwound. You want to do it with really good risk control. And that's what I really love about these tools, right? I know. We all had to read Homer at school. Volatility compressed again. Doesn't look like we're going to get another shot off. Let's take a little break. So, I'm going to close up shop. We did a good job. I came back from the dead. Here we got one last green triangle, but I'm going to leave it to you guys to trade because I want to just take a little bit of time off because we're going to come back on air at 8:45, and then after that, we will trade hard into the New York Open. So I'll leave you with this one. This is the last signal here that we have. Enjoy it. We hit 9 for 9 in the last hour, which is great. And I hope you guys caught some of it. Hopefully you like the cards because I think they're making it a lot easier now to understand the structures. And I'll see you guys in just a little bit, okay? Everybody have a wonderful hour off, and then we'll be back on air. This, by the way, as you can see, obviously, this is a buy signal, for now. We'll see how it holds, if it holds in the next 25 minutes. But this is confirming a buy, so the structure would be long here, 51. So this would be a 10-point target, given the way it's trading. Just leaving you with the structure. Okay, guys, everybody have a great day. I'll see you a little bit later. Take care. Bye-bye.